The Epstein scandal for Donald Trump, believe it or not, somehow just got so much worse. Coincidentally, got worse with a new poll that came out over the weekend, right around the time that Donald Trump was threatening World War III against Europe because he didn't win his Nobel Peace Prize. Because the one he got, I guess, from Machado is just not good enough. He's got to have his name on it. But it was all another distraction. It's a distraction that he's going to follow through on, don't get me wrong. But a new poll came out showing that 71% of Americans say President Donald Trump knew about his former pal and currently deceased Jeffrey Epstein's sex crimes against underage girls. I don't know why this phrased it as currently deceased. That is very, very weird. As if it's like a temporary thing, like, well, he's currently deceased. So if you just check back in a couple days, like currently deceased. What a weird way to phrase that. Anyway, according to a YouGov poll taken January 13th through 15th of this year, significantly more Americans think Trump was actually involved in Epstein's crimes than not. The question was, before investigations into Jeffrey Epstein began, how much do you think the following people knew about sex crimes committed by Epstein against underage girls? Among the 71% who said Trump did know, included 53% of Trump voters. 53% of the people who a year and 2 months ago went to the polls and said Trump also said, oh, he knew. Yeah, that guy I voted for was definitely a part of that shit. I don't even know how you square that in your brain. You voted for a guy that you also now believe. Maybe you didn't believe it at the time, I guess, but you voted for a guy that you now say was going to that island or possibly his casino in New Jersey or possibly his office building in New York or possibly Mar-a-Lago and doing horrific things to underage girls. That's the guy you voted for. And now you think that. I hope you don't get to sleep at night ever. I hope the thought of what you did, what you put in office, keeps you up for eternity, honestly. Like, you don't ever deserve to have a peaceful, restful night's sleep ever again. Because y'all did this. You picked this guy. You didn't have to. And hell, if you didn't like Kamala or any of the other, third, fourth party options, you didn't have to go to the polls at all. But you did, and you picked him. And I don't want anyone to ever forget that the voters, the people who voted for this man, they own it. And I know I've done a ton of stories about all the Trump voters that are like, oh man, I kind of regret my vote, or I kind of do, kind of don't, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter if you regret it, if you don't regret it, you did it. Okay? It's like when you see somebody get in a DUI car accident and kill a couple of people too. They're like, oh, I regret it. Sure you do. But you still did the horrible thing and you have to live with the consequences of that. So whether it's his threats against World War III, whether it's, he was palling around with a pedo, doesn't matter. You own that because you picked that guy. And you may say like, oh, well, we didn't know about the Epstein stuff. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. There was more than enough evidence at the time to show you that these guys partied together frequently. Sure, we didn't have as much as we have right now, but we had enough. So you knew that. You picked this. I'm glad you understand at least now. You think he was involved in this, and it's obvious he was involved in it. He wouldn't be covering this up as deeply as he is if he wasn't deeply involved in it. But also, you own it because you did this to the world. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.